Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about resolution in InDesign. So we'll be going over what exactly the actual PPI is of an image versus something called the effective PPI. Now it's really important to be familiar with resolution in image because it can entirely change how clear your pictures come out in the final production. And a common question I get is, how can I actually check this resolution? So that's what we'll be talking about today. Now to start out, I am going to just go ahead and place an image in here and we'll take a look at the resolution. But first off, if you're starting, maybe you're just starting out with InDesign and your screen looks a little different than mine, it's probably because of your workspace. So if you go Window, Workspace, Typography, and click on Reset Typography, your workspace will look exactly like mine. I typically use the typography workspace just because the majority of time with InDesign we are working with text. So it just makes it really easy for me to access the tools that I need for that. But anyways, to go ahead and place in an image, I'm going to go to File, Place, and then navigate to the image you want to use. So I just downloaded some cute animals from Unsplash. I really like this duck here, so we'll go ahead and place him in. So now that I have my image here, I can just click where I want to place it. It doesn't really matter because I can always change the placement later. And anyways, I'm going to go ahead and scale down this duck. And then I'll just go ahead and line it up with my margins, scale it up a little bit. All right. So now we have our little duck here. So how do we check the resolution of it? So to do that, we need to open up something called our links panel. To access that, we go Window, Links, and that opens up this panel here. So this panel has a lot of really good information about our image. So it has exactly where this image is located, the resolution, all sorts of good stuff. But something we're really going to be focusing on in today's video is the actual PPI versus the effective PPI. Okay, so what these are is the actual PPI is the resolution of this image at 100%. Okay, so this image, right? So we just had it in our Finder. Let me show you. Okay, so yeah, here's the image. So this image in InDesign, it's pointing to this file location. It's pointing to that file. So this image is 72 PPI. No matter what I do to this image, right? I can skew it, I can do all sorts of things. You know, whatever I do to it, this image isn't changing, right? The actual PPI of this image is still 72, okay? So that's the actual PPI of the image. So unless I like open this up and alter the resolution of this original image, that is the actual PPI. It is 72. It is 72. Now, let me undo, get him back to where he was. All right, so then we have something called the effective PPI. Now, the effective PPI is the resolution of the image after it's been scaled in InDesign, right? So if we take this image and we scale it down, the effective PPI goes up, right? Because they're inversely related. So if we go and double the size of something, the resolution gets cut in half, right? Because as we scale up, the effective PPI goes down, right? As we scale it down, the effective PPI goes up because the smaller something is, the sharper it's going to print, the more pixels there are per inch because we're having a higher pixel density. So, you know, you might be wondering, what exactly is pixel density? What does that mean? So to show you an example of that, I just opened up these images. Actually, to make it easier, let me just open up this actual image because we'll talk about that actual PPI. So let me open up our duck here in Photoshop. Now, another way I could have opened it is I could have done it directly through my links panel. I could have gone up here, right-clicked, and chose Edit with Photoshop. It'll give me the exact same result. It'll open up that image in Photoshop because they're pulling from that same location. Okay, so now that we have this image, let's go ahead and zoom in. So when we zoom in, look at all those pixels, right? So that is our pixel density. So the higher our pixel density, right, the sharper, the crisper, the higher the quality of our image. So that's why typically when we're printing an image, we aim for at least 300 PPI. We want 300 pixels per inch so we can achieve a really nice, sharp, clear image. If something's lower than that, then it can tend to be a little bit more blurry, a little bit more fuzzy. So it's very important that we do try to maintain that high pixel density, that high quality of 300 PPI. Sometimes you'll hear this called DPI, which is dots per inch. So this kind of comes from back in the day when we printed these digital images on a printer with a 1-to-1 ratio. So it was basically each of these pixels represented a single printer dot. So that's kind of where that comes from, but it's definitely more of a legacy term. So pixels per inch is typically what we're referring to when we're referring to the resolution of our images. All right, so hopping back into InDesign here. So now something you want to avoid doing is skewing an image. So right now, I am holding Command and Shift to resize both my image and the frame that it's in. Now, if I don't hold Shift, then watch what happens. It skews my image, and look what happens to the effective PPI. So because I skewed that, right, I stretched it out a lot more horizontally than I did vertically. So there's now two different resolutions, right? Because it has a different resolution horizontally than it does vertically because of the way it was skewed. So this is bad. You never want to skew images. We always want to make sure that we are holding Shift, constraining those proportions, so that way we don't get really wonky looking images. We want to keep them all nice and tight in the way that they were intended to be viewed. So a quick way I can fix this is I can just come up here, fill frame proportionately, and there you can see my effective PPI now is fixed. It's no longer displaying two resolutions because it's no longer skewed in that regard. So a shortcut I just did there was Command Option C, and what that does is it automatically resizes your frame to fit the contents. So that's a really awesome shortcut. It works for text, it works for images. Command Option C. Command Option C. All right, so that was a really quick overview on our actual PPI versus effective PPI. I hope you guys found it helpful. If there is anything else that you would like more information on or more clarification on, please let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to make more videos. Just let me know what you're interested in seeing more of. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later.